The NFL has played plenty of regular season games in foreign territory. In fact, a grand total of 40 of them, including 2 in 2021. All of those games have happened in one of 3 places: Canada, Mexico, and the UK. When the MLB, the NHL, and even the NBA are holding games that are attracting serious attention, the big boys should start thinking outside of the box and for new frontiers to conquer. In today's video, let's look at the stadiums the NFL could invade, from right here in the US to halfway across the world. And all that is coming up right after this. It's literally impossible to go a minute these days without hearing about some new cryptocurrency or some wanker getting rich off of Bitcoin. You and I want to get in on that action, but we don't know where to start. Well, I have a solution for you, and it can be done right on your phone. Titan built an app that brings your money to an elite investment firm and is accessible for all income levels. And guess what? You can get directly into crypto right on Titan. Even better, you get unparalleled access to your investment manager, so you know exactly what's going on with your money and how your dollars are being managed. The app is more than just crypto. You can diversify and take steadier options if you like. You're in control here. This is not an ETF or mutual fund, and this unique strategy is what has led Titan to outperform all major indexes and robo-advisors since their inception. And all it takes is $100 to get started on your journey towards wealth and savvy investing. So after this video, head on over to titan.com/5points and get your first 3 months of expert investment management for 0 fees. You heard that right. Titan.com/5points for 3 months free. First off, there is criteria I use. It's not about location, it's about capacity, market suitability, quality of venue, infrastructure, and overall fit with the NFL. Oh, and these aren't for exhibition games. We're going top shelf. These games would count. Let's get into it. Known as the G, this iconic venue was built in 1853 and holds over 100,000 spectators. And even more seating could be added in its vast pitch area to make an NFL game a more intimate experience. Given how far Australia is from the United States, you'd have to choose 2 West Coast teams. Maybe make the Chargers and Rams fly out there, as neither of their fans will miss them. The grounds host AFL, soccer, rugby, and cricket matches, so configuration for an NFL game would be a snap, and there would be a raucous audience to cheer it on. Bonus fact, there's never been an official American football game at the G. "14 NFL exhibition games have been played in Japan, with most of them happening in the Tokyo Dome, which is a nice stadium, but the Sapporo Dome might be the better one to host a regular season game. Given that the field surface is retractable and the game could be played on natural grass, plus the sheer appeal of the stadium both inside and out would make an NFL game here incredible. The league last came to Japan in 2005 when the Falcons played the Colts in a preseason game. This may be a long shot. Perhaps Nintendo buys the Seahawks, because that worked out well when they bought the Mariners. It seems like a natural fit that CROKE Park would host a real NFL game. They hosted a preseason game in 1997 between the Steelers and the Bears, and in 2014 hosted Penn State and Central Florida in an actual college football game. The NFL was and is fully prepared for a game here, as in 2011 negotiations were underway, but the NFL pulled out and went with Wembley Stadium, which has hosted over 30 exhibition and regular season games. Come on NFL, the Irish would love to see a football game here and not shitty Notre Dame as a college game gimmick. This one is probably more fantasy than reality, as we don't know the true market awareness of Spain to the NFL. But let's pause to imagine an American football game in front of nearly 100,000 crazy Spanish fans. Spain, however, is not foreign to American football, as the Barcelona Dragons played here in 2003, but their games were in Estadi Municipal de Reus, Camp Nou, Camp Nou, or however you pronounce it, is currently undergoing renovations that will be complete by 2024, and there would be ample practice facilities and infrastructure in place to host an NFL game. However, a big question would be if they want NFL players to stomp all over their pitch. Maybe Santiago Bernabeu would be more willing, and no, that stadium is not on this list. One of only 2 stadiums on this list that has actually hosted a preseason NFL game, BC Place would be a perfect location to expand to the western part of Canada. BC Place hosted an exhibition game in 1998 between the 49ers and Seahawks, a relatively easy trip for both teams north of the border. Canada has had many regular season NFL games, 6 in fact, but all of those have been the Bills just schlepping up to Toronto. Would be cool for America's hat to get some love in a great stadium that has a retractable roof. Historic Anfield has hosted rugby, tennis, and even boxing matches. Why not the NFL? Liverpool's home base has been upgraded heavily over the past 10 years, with every area of the park being worked on, including the Anfield Road end. Why Anfield for the NFL? Because it's not Wembley, it's not even close to London, and the NFL needs to look at the UK market as a whole, not just one city. Imagine if Premier League teams came to the US and only played in LA or New York. Boring! I had a lot of college-only American stadiums on the prospective list, but in the end I chose the Big House for one reason, and one alone. The NFL loves money, and being able to collect gate receipts from 107,601 possibly sad Lions fans is something that is right up Roger Goodell's alley. Did the NHL multiple times. The pitch has also been used for soccer with Man U, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Barcelona coming over, just to name a few. Though I understand it's a long shot given that Michigan likely wants to keep the football here belonging to sad Michigan, but the decision to put an NFL game here should be a snap. This one would take a lot of marketing, as Italy isn't known for its love of American football. I don't know, maybe get the Bosa brothers involved or something. Or Ben DiNucci. San Siro is, however, an iconic venue and should be easy to sell to the locals and whoever wants to vacation in Italy for a regular season NFL game. Maybe they should host a Super Bowl here and have Vic Fangio host the Lombardi after Joe Flacco. Okay, I'll stop. This one would be a dream destination for no other fact than the stadium itself is amazing, and we all should selfishly be able to imagine an NFL game from inside its well-engineered walls, or inflated fabric, whatever you want to call that. Speaking of inflated fabric, the luminous outside of the stadium can change colors. So it would be cool seeing the lights change depending on who has possession and turn yellow when there's a flag on the field. This is probably the most far-fetched destination on this list, but it's nice to dream. And now for our final stadium the NFL should invade. Wembley, Twickenham, Tottenham Hotspur. What do these stadiums have in common? They aren't Old Trafford. Oh, and all of those have hosted multiple regular season NFL games. As far as history goes, it doesn't get more iconic than Manchester United's home stadium, and a game here would be amazing. Man U has played in American football stadiums all across the United States, so it should be our turn to celebrate in their end zones. Given that the owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Malcolm Glazer, also owns Manchester United, this one seems like an inevitability. Maybe, though he might mismanage an NFL game here, like he has the United. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting films on sports. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to my next video.